Hi everyone, welcome to SAJI'S Academy, Ielts and OET training. Today I am here with you to introduce you speaking Ielts speaking part 3 on a particular topic. So there is a cue card based on the topic, that is, describe an achievement or success that you are proudly remember. Recently a number of students in India and overseas got this particular question as their cue card. It's in fact a very important question. Let's look at the sub questions. What was the achievement or success? When did you do it? How did you feel about the achievement or success? And why did that achievement make you feel proud? And this is a second video in the series of training the students or helping the candidates, the aspirants, the one who wants to appear for the Ielts speaking test, training them in part 3. So let us go to the questions that are based on this particular part 2 question. So let's look at the first question. Ielts speaking part 3, question number 1. What are the different ways of rewarding or honoring successful people? As I told you in the first video that there are 3 important steps in answering part 3 questions. Firstly, let's begin with a reply based on the question itself. It's very easy to begin your answer so that you can overcome the starting trouble. Rule number 2, keep on developing your answer. And very often, many of my students or many candidates complain that the examiner asks you always the question why. For example, in what context do the examiners use this particular word repeatedly? Because there are moments they do not get what they expect from you or from a candidate. That's why they are asking you, repeating you the question word why, or for example. So a wonderful way to overcome such a type of interference from the examiner would be to keep on developing your answer. That is rule number 2. Develop your answer. Then rule number 3, include as many examples as possible. Whatever examples you can provide in part 3, please make use of that one. So all my answers are structured around in these 3 rules of answering in part 3. So let's go through this question and answer. What are the different ways of rewarding, honoring successful people? Well, there are numerous ways of honoring successful people. First of all, organizing a felicitation meeting to appreciate the achievement of people, which is one of the most common forms of honoring people. So we have used the vocabulary felicitation meeting, appreciation meeting for appreciating people. And one of the most common forms, use of superlative degree of adjectives in the adjective in the sentence. Secondly, again, we are continuing with a linking word. Secondly, hosting a party to celebrate the achievement. For example, many families and organizations hold parties to honor various achievements of a family or staff member. So it's an honor hosting parties. In addition, gifting mementos and cards to the winners, and it can be another way of honoring those people. Perhaps a wonderful idea for companies and organizations would be to provide financial assistance in the form of cash awards, promotion with increments and perks. All these are different ways of honoring successful people. You see, most of these points are something that you experience in your everyday life. But we should have this idea on the day of examination, then it would work perfectly well. Let's move on to the next question. Can you describe the most difficult thing you have ever done? So surprising question, in fact, is a difficult thing that you have ever done in your life. Let's look at the answer here. Even though it's very difficult to recall such an instance instantly, spontaneously or quickly on the spot, I would say it is paragliding. So as for me, it's quite difficult to recall such an instant, but I just recall an activity that I have done, that is a paragliding. As you know, paragliding is an aerial and adventurous sport which requires a lot of preparation to do it successfully. I had a successful paragliding last year. However, I consider that it was very difficult thing that I have ever done. Why we are going to reason out. In fact, I started paragliding peacefully, but there was a sudden wind and I almost lost my control on the paraglide. Nevertheless, I finally managed to complete it successfully. That's all about a difficult thing I have ever done. You look at the way the answer is formulated. See, we began with the question itself, then kept on developing and attempting to provide a convincing answer. And interestingly, all the red ink words or phrases you just pay attention to, even though, as you know, however, in fact, but, nevertheless, finally, that's all about wonderful cohesion words, linking words that is a complete, is perfect, is your answer. Let's move on to question number 3. What do you think about the qualities a person needs to have in order to become successful? Look at the answer. There are several qualities a person needs to possess to become successful. These qualities can be professional or personal. For example, professional qualities include the skills required for planning things, and it can be done by a person with a vision and professional knowledge on the relevant fields such as a law or a medical or IT field. On the other hand, people also need to have a number of personal qualities such as determination, willpower, hard work, adaptability, adapting to different situations, creativity, communication, patience, and perseverance, tenacity. Moreover, possessing soft skills would be essential if a person needs to be successful in a firm or in a teamwork. These are some of the qualities of a successful person. You see how the answer is narrated. It is slightly different from the answers that you normally hear. However, it can be a wonderful answer, and definitely after the exam you could say that I got band 7. Why? Because this type of answering, presenting ideas in part 3 is really going to help you out on the day of your examination. And please make use of this answer. Let's move on to the next question, question number 4. Do you think that it is important for young people to have some sort of achievements in their lives? Look at the answer. Absolutely. It is very important for them to have some sort of achievements in their lives. Why? The logic behind it is the fact that achievements are always motivators for young people. They need inspiration, a kind of boost to look forward and work hard and to be optimistic in their lives. They need to be hopeful in their lives. For example, if a young person excels in his or her studies, it can bring the person a lot of appreciation. As a result, he or she may be inspired to study further. Conversely, on the other hand, imagine a person tries to do many things which do not result in any form of achievements in his or her life. Obviously, the person may end up with disappointment and depression. It's our everyday, it's a personal or it's a life experience indeed. Therefore, it is right to think that achievements are a must in their lives. Let's move on to the next question. What do you think is more important, personal goals or work goals? In my opinion, both personal and work goals are equally important in our lives. Both has its own merits and demerits. I assume that personal goals perfect people's private life. For example, a decision to eat only healthy food it has its own impact on a person's his, personal life. It would help a person to be healthy. Similarly, to construct a house for the family, or a decision to raise a family, wedlocks or marriages or something like that. Whereas work goals help a person to get a standard, to set a standard for his career development, such as how to perform well, how to upgrade or upscale his or her qualification and skills at work, how to become more productive and enhance an opportunity for promotion. Very important. How to become more productive and enhance opportunity for promotion. It also helps a person to find job satisfaction as well, which is very important element. If someone wants to hold on to stick on to a particular job, there must be job satisfaction. Otherwise, in this modern era, people just hope jobs, they just move on to other jobs. Hence, I would say both personal and work goals are equally important in our lives. And to conclude, what can we learn from this presentation of part 3? Definitely, something that we can learn is all about how to cleverly present ideas, and also using cohesion words or linking words time to time. Never hesitate to use the technique that I teach you. Start your reply with with the question itself. Then keep on developing it. Include as many examples as possible. And finally, you will be able to say, I too got band 7. Then all appreciation to you. You are also become a successful person in your examination, Ielts examination. That's all for today. Wait for my next video. If someone requires any type of assistance or in preparing your Ielts examination, please feel free to contact me at the given details. Thank you.